G'day. This is just a quick video crash course on charting. More specifically, it's candlestick charting. A mate of mine asked me to explain it. He's a visual person, so it's much easier if I just show you. And I'll do the candlestick in a second. I just want to show you this line graph. I do like line graphs as well. In fact, I like to look at them from a million angles. But the line graph here is a good predictor of medium to long term with more stable stocks or commodities, medium to long term predictions. And so, as you can see, green is the upward prediction trend and red is the downward prediction trend. So, and these have been fairly accurate with Bitcoin, really accurate actually. As you can see, it stayed within those bounds. Now, the reason we can do this, I believe, is because of bots. And I think a lot of these things are trading on, they're trading on averages over time, and so they're able to calculate what people are thinking, or at least what the computers are willing to, your stop losses and your profit losses. There's the uptrend. Now, what I want to show you this is today, it was tested here, and it was rejected. And not only was it rejected, it actually broke the trend. And we know it broke the trend because it was a free fall from there down to here. Now, wasn't a complete free fall because it started a downtrend, which you can see there. So obviously this is us today. We'll know at least by tomorrow which way this trend is going to go, because it's going to either hit here, it's going to go up, it's going to hit down, and it's going to go down. So that was just to show, because someone asked me today how I was able to predict that reversal trend, which did happen today, and you can actually see it really well on the candlestick, which is what I want to show you now. So this is a candlestick. What the hell is a candlestick, I hear you ask? How can I use it for trading? I like to use them for short-term trading. They're very good for predicting sentiment. It's not even a prediction, this is data. So they're very good for seeing what people are thinking. Now, how you ask? So let's get into it. We got a green candle, we got a red candle. So green candles refer to the buy, and red candles refer to sell. Now it's important when I talk about when I explain this, the close is referring to the time period. In this sense, a close is 1 day. So at the end of the day, when I close, it's the end of a day. Let's look at a green candle first. So green candle, you've got the 2 wicks either side, and you've got the waxy bit. That's what I'm going to refer to these. So you're burning the wicks at both ends. There's some saying about that, which is kind of relevant for the dangers in Bitcoins. But the very bottom of this candle, so at the very bottom of the wick, with a green candle, it's the absolute lowest someone has paid in that trading period, which we know is a day. At the top of this candle, or the wick in this sense, is the absolute highest someone paid. Now the waxy bit refers to the time periods open and closed. So we know it's a green candle, we know it's positive. So therefore we know at the start of the day, it started here. So you probably can't see that, but that's 9,118. And at the end of the day, at the close, it was 9,953. So we now know, just from this one little day, that it opened here, it closed there, and we also know that during the course of the day, it's fluctuated in that, within these amounts. So red candles, very similar. We know it's a downward trend though. So at the very top of the candle, this is the absolute most someone sold for, and at the bottom, that's the absolute least someone sold for. And the waxy bit, we know it's a downtrend, so it's the top of the candle is what it was, what the price selling was at the start of the day. The bottom of the candle was the close price, so that was what had happened. So again, it was a downtrend. The price didn't move much, but we know that there was a lot of volatility. We can see the depth, we can see the actual volume there, but we know that there was a lot of toing and froing. So that's important because you can also see when the opposite is true, which is these spikes, these very thick waxy candles. We know that there was pretty much no stuffing around. It pretty much started and it's gone up. There was no down, and it's closed exactly where people want it. And this has pretty much happened as very similar the next day. It's gone straight up, and people are happy to lock there, this is important because we don't have much wick. This is the absolute most someone wanted to pay for it, and it's the selling point too. See how there's no wicks, there's no volatility. When I saw this thick candle, and well, this is probably more so from seeing, experience and that sort of thing, I was looking for the red candle because there's no movement here, and there's still no movement here. Now it's important to know that this is obviously an active chart for today, but we know this is when it started. It's come straight across, obviously, and we're currently here, and it's actually dropped pretty much almost what yesterday's was. So in candlestick charting, we know a lot more than the line will tell us. So yeah, so we've got the line here. Yes, all well and good. It's gone up there. It's gone down there. But again, you don't know. I mean, yes, you could see there's volume here, but we don't know. We don't know. Say, for example, in this day, we didn't know that it's actually was incredibly volatile. And the same in the line thing. We know that yes, it went up here, but it wasn't volatile. There was a huge bullish sentiment, which is important. So hopefully that sort of explained how to use candlestick chart, and I guess why they're important for short-term trading, because you can tell in real time a lot more what people are thinking. Again, it's the sentiment. So going forward, just practice. You can always, it's always good to, I like to go back on different charts, historical charts, share charts, whatever. Go back and just see, from your lines, because eventually you can almost get instinct. Eventually you'll see something and you go, oh, I bet you there was a fluctuation. Yes, there was. So go forward. Most of all, best of luck with it all. I have been asked for a prediction. If I had to predict, as soon as I saw the downtrend, as soon as I saw these matching up, as soon as I saw it here as well, I knew there was a downtrend coming. The thick candles told me that there wasn't much room there. They were quite happy with that price at the time being. I think because also a lot of mums and dad investors, or the big boys, are coming in who wouldn't normally, your Wall Street investors, they don't work weekends. Share market will tell you this. So at the very least, I imagine a downtrend over the weekend. Apart from that, I'm just going to keep watching the candlesticks to see which way it goes. Again, take it easy. Any questions, obviously shoot them my way. I'm happy to answer them. And catch you later.